Hi, lovely people, especially my strong, tired, overworked, underfed mums out there trying to figure out what is processed food and what is not. I know it's a wild, wild west out there. I'm Hala, founder of Dietapplements. Today, I'm sharing a quick review of a product that was mentioned on my podcast, The Visionary with Hala Ali.
But it could be seeds, it could be nuts, it could be, grains, plants in themselves. It's interesting, so ZOE brought out, Tim Spector's ZOE. So they've got in Marks, I think it's Marks Spencer's? No, it's not Marks Spencer's. I think it's Waitrose. They have the ZOE30 superfood little one. It's like a mixture of like seeds and nuts.
Is it a list of things?
No, it's actually like something you can buy, and it's like a grain type thing, and you can just sprinkle it onto like yogurts and whatever.
It is called Daily30 from a brand called ZOE. This is not a paid partnership. There's no relation between me or my company with ZOE. I have bought this product for my personal use. I found it at Waitrose. We will add the link in the description if you want to check it out, and I highly recommend that you do. Looking at the ingredients, I'm not sure why they call it a supplement. By UK law, all supplements are considered food, but not all foods are supplements, if that makes sense. And to me, nuts, seeds, herbs, spices, mushrooms are food, right? Whole food. I finished the whole thing in 2 sittings. Just scooped it straight out with a spoon. No yogurt, no nothing. Because I was under the impression it's food. And in my view, it is. But I've just read before recording, we suggest starting your daily 30 journey gradually. Week 1, add half a scoop per day to meals. Week 2, add the full scoop. I was okay after I devoured it, didn't get an upset tummy or anything. I treated this as a snack. Please don't do that. Always follow instructions. In terms of taste, it's not sweet. It's not sour or salty. Taste is okay, actually, on its own. So why do they call it Daily 30? The idea is to get 30 different plants in your diet each week to support your gut. But one serving of this mix falls a bit short on quantity. It helps, but I guess that's why they call it a supplement, because it's only intended to supplement your food. All right, I get that now. Inside this pouch, you have 30 plants that you should sprinkle on your food. I'd say this mix works on sweet and savory food. One serving is 16 grams. I like that there are no nasties here. No additives, no sugar, no salt, no gluten, all whole food stuff. Nothing that might raise my eyebrows. And you're hearing this from someone who has some sort of food phobia. It's unfortunate, but true. Let's dive deep into the ingredients. What do we have here? We have 5 fruits and veggies, and that's the fruits that I can't possibly pronounce. Baobab. Okay, it's a fruit. This is soluble fiber, never had it before. There is also buckthorn, that's a berry, never had it before, but it's very rich in antioxidants. We also have chicory root. This is a lovely fibrous vegetables, and it's also a prebiotic powerhouse thanks to a compound called inulin. Inulin is a type of fiber that feeds your good gut bacteria. I think they chose the stuff that we don't usually find in our kitchens, which is understandable. But we can also find here garlic and onions. We don't eat enough of these two, so underrated, and they are crucial for anti-inflammation. A big note here, veggies are best eaten raw or lightly cooked, not dried, because you do lose some heat-sensitive nutrients like vitamin C when drying fruits and vegetables. But the good news is fiber remains intact, so this mix will still be very useful. Nothing here is ultra processed, just dried stuff really. We also have 8 mushrooms, a brilliant source of fiber. I will write them on the screen. I can't pronounce these things. We also have 5 herbs, regular kitchen ones. We have cumin, parsley, rosemary, thyme, and turmeric. These are not exactly fiber sources, but they are loaded with phytonutrients and of course flavor. Then the lovely 6 seeds. I love seeds. We have chia seeds, flax seeds, grape seeds, hemp, pumpkin, and sunflower. Lots of fiber and minerals. Then comes my big sin in life, nuts. We have almonds, hazelnuts, and walnuts. Great for healthy fat and vitamin E. Sounds all natural to me. The mix brags about its omega-3, and rightly so. That would come from the flaxseed, the chia, hemp, and walnut as well. If you have 1 serving from this mix, you will have 0.3 grams of omega-3. That's pretty good. This is the most impressive bit for me in this mix. I'm a big fan of omega-3. It helps with my psoriasis. Fiber I can get easily from vegetables, but we do need more omega-3 than we think. A piece of salmon has about 0.6 grams. So a serving from this supplement gives you half of what salmon gives you. I'll take the deal. Just remember, it's a supplement, it's not a meal, something I initially missed. Now, more of the good stuff. Yeah, we have red lentils, a fab plant protein that's rich in iron and B vitamins and of course fiber. There is also North Atlantic seaweed. This is pure ocean gold. Think iodine for thyroid. Soluble fiber. Seaweed also contains antioxidants and vitamin C. You can't go wrong here with this one. Then we have slightly processed ingredients due to drying. That's all. Please have a look at the video in the description on how I define processed food. We have dried mushrooms, seaweed, onions, garlic, buckthorn, simply drying, no oil added, no salt, no sugar. We also have 1 whole grain, which is puffed quinoa. Puffed quinoa is quinoa that has been exposed to heat for a few seconds, causing them to puff or pop, kind of like mini popcorn, but healthy. Puffing makes it easier to digest, and that's probably why they puffed it in the first place. Is it processed? Technically, yes, but it is a lightly processed ingredient. Still 100% quinoa, nothing added. Nutrients are mostly retained, aside from minor loss of B vitamins because they are a bit sensitive to heat. Quinoa is also rich in protein, plus fiber, iron, and magnesium. We also have something, as far as I remember, we also have nutritional yeast flakes. That's dried stuff. You're probably wondering what nutritional yeast is. This is food, a form of yeast, but not a baking yeast. It's rich in B vitamins. It has complete protein profile, contains all 9 essential amino acids. Imagine that. Now, what didn't I like here? They don't list how much of each ingredient is included, so I'm a bit in the dark here. I can see that mushrooms are at the very end of ingredients, which means they have the lowest volume, while things like flaxseed, red lentil, and grape seeds are the biggest volume. Mushrooms can be a little bit bitter, so maybe too much here is not a good idea in the first place. The product has 3 health claims. A natural source of calcium, this is good for digestion, and a natural source of copper, this is good for your immune system and energy metabolism. Okay, now is it worth it? £10 for 7 servings? It is pricey. Do we have other options? Of course you do. You can DIY your own version. It's not going to be exactly the same, but mix nuts, seeds, dried mushrooms, and you will be cool. Holland & Barrett has a product called Pimp My Salad Activated Super Seed Sprinkles, all seeds. It's bigger and half the price. There is also one I found today. It's called Naturia gut feel flaxseed blend, apple and cinnamon. More or less the same concept. There are no nuts there, mind you. You can simply sprinkle your own nuts, and you can buy dried mushrooms online. Mushrooms are probably what pumped up the cost of Daily30. Not probably, it is that. But do we absolutely need mushrooms for our gut? It is a nice addition, but not essential. Your gut will be happier with fresh Brussels sprouts, broccoli, fresh spinach. You can get 30 plants from fresh vegetables at a lower cost. And if you've got the time and patience, I know this is a big ask, time and patience, but you can make your own. The only reason I will not consume this product again is that it's not organic, and I eat exclusively organic. Bottom line, if you can afford it, adding this supplement to your yogurt or your soup boosts your fiber, healthy fat, vitamin profile, plant diversity, definitely healthier than yogurt without it. So go for it. It is as natural as it could be. Zero ultra processing. Hope this review helps, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.